Hello, good day, and welcome to this space, the YouTube channel of the Miracle of Men. And I want to say a big welcome to you. Today, we have something very interesting, something that's going to affect our lives positively. And by the way, if you watched the previous video and you're here today, you're the real MVP. Thank you so much for watching, and I also thank everybody who subscribed, who liked and commented on the previous video. We promise that we're going to make this one better than the last one. So today we have something very explosive, just like the last one, but this time better, because we're going to be dealing with something that is internal, something that is very practical, and something that has to do with each and every one of us. So what we are going to be dealing on today is identity. And now when I say identity, I don't mean the quality of sameness or maybe the mark of someone's individuality, the way English dictionary puts it. Today we are looking at something that is going to be, as I said, internal, something that you can have control over, something that you can put two and two together to see to it that your life becomes a better one than it used to be. So join us as we nurture. I define identity as the culmination of one's ideology about oneself, whether expressed or implied. I mean, when you sum all you think about yourself, it builds up your identity. Whatever it is you believe about yourself, whatever it is you believe that how you are and who you are and how you see yourself is what I call identity, because this is very particular to each and every one of us. Most persons look outside wrongly to get a glimpse, to get to know who they really are, to get to know their identity. And some persons look at their friends, their peers, some look at their parents, and some people even watch a movie and then they like the character of that movie, and then they say, okay, they will build their identity on it. Take for instance, someone may watch Peaky Blinders and may like the character of Tommy Shelby, and you say, oh, this is the type of character I want to portray, this type of the identity I want to have for myself. But then when pressure comes, because pressure has a way of bringing out our true self, those externalities we use as our identity may not hold, may not have the strength and the quality to give us a life that we truly deserve. And also, this is very important because people tend to project on us the experiences of their past, because we are only familiar with what we are used to. And so when somebody projects, that is why it is very it is not too easy for someone who came out from a poor background to become wealthy, because of the ideologies that have been pumped into that person's mind from birth even up until adulthood. I didn't say it's impossible, but not very easy. And this validates what Albert Einstein postulated, that a body at rest or in uniform motion will remain that way except acted upon by an external force. And I believe that this video is going to be an external force that will act upon the wrong ideologies that we may have had about ourselves, that bets a wrong reality or a wrong identity. So the first thing I want to talk about identity is that you can recreate your identity. From the definition of identity, it is the culmination of all that we think about ourselves, whether expressed or implied. So this became one of the most powerful discovery I had about myself, that I can change the course of my life. I can alter the course of my life. It makes me believe and know that I have a tremendous amount of influence on the kind of life I live, on the ideologies I have about myself, and invariably my identity. And remember, identity is the sum total of our beliefs. So if one wants to change his identity, one has to change his ideology about himself. begin to reconstruct the quality of information you put into yourself. Miles Monroe of blessed memory says that in his book, I think The Spirit of Leadership, he said that what we believe about ourselves creates our world. So whatever we believe about ourselves is what creates our world. So if you want to create a good identity, or you want to create a better world, rather than going to the externalities to put your hands here and there, look inward, look at the things that you believe about yourself. Bring out your ideologies about yourself. What do you think you are? Do you think that you are beautiful? Or do you think that you are not good enough? Do you think that you are tall and so you are awkward? Do you think that you are short and so you cannot fit in? Do you think that you do not come from a wealthy background? That means you don't have a say. Or do you think that even regardless of your physical or financial status, you are still worth much? Do you think that because you may have not passed a course, you are very dumb? Do you think that because you may not have hit that business deal, you are not a businessman? Do you think these are the things that you look into? These are the things that you begin to check. These are the things that you begin to change. Those wrong ideologies that we have about ourselves, we begin to attack them. We begin to improve them. Believe me that if you change your ideologies, if you change what you think, and by the way, ideologies are what we hold true about ourselves. What we hold or what we believe stands, what we believe that is true and it goes for us. So that's what ideology is. So if you want to change your identity, you change your ideology. If you want to change your world, you change what you think about yourself. So rather than going online and watching unproductive WhatsApp statuses, use that period of time. Learn about several things about life. Feed yourself with quality information. Make yourself very informed. Make yourself very adept in things about life. Rather than going out to play football, buy books, read them. And don't get me wrong, playing football and watching WhatsApp status is not wrong in themselves. But when you want to change your identity, when you want to change your ideology, when you want to change your world, believe me that it is the quality of information you take inside yourself that has a greater potential of changing your world. Jim Rohn will always say, if you will change, everything will change. And I used to adumbrate ideologies as ingredients used to make a dish called identity. So identity is a dish, say egusi soup. In this part of the world where I stay, there's a soup called egusi soup. So let's take identity to be like a soup, and then ideology to be like the ingredients used to make that soup. So first of all, if you want to create an identity of egusi soup, there's some ingredients that are non-negotiable for that soup. Egusi, obviously, red oil, ugu, crayfish, onion, pepper, salt, and other condiments. So to create that identity of egusi soup, there are these ingredients you put together, two and two together, to form that soup. The same way, if you want to create the identity of a leader, there are some basic ingredients that need to be put in place to create and to form that ideology. And for the coming weeks, we are going to be talking about the ingredients of leadership. Those things that you put together, those qualities, those ingredients that you bring and add together to form a leader. And believe me, each and every one of us is a leader. For some of us who may say, oh, I'm not a leader, so I may not need to watch these videos. At least you're leading your life. You should be leading your life. So join us in the coming weeks as we explore the ingredients of leadership, taking them one by one on how to identify leaders for those who want to work with leaders, or how to identify the qualities to build yourself with, those qualities that you can inculcate in your life to make you a true and a worthy leader. So with this said, if you have any question, make sure you ask in the comment section. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And if this has been valuable to you and helpful, we would love for you to share to someone who you think might need something like this. And until the next time, see you soon.